I actually have a quick presentation. Um, I don't know if you wanted to look at that.
Well, well, I mean, sure, but what do you mean?
So yeah, we have why I am stuck in high slash grandmaster. So yeah, overall, I really want to just like go in depth on my game plan. Right now, I feel like I'm just doing
Okay.
like stand heavy punch run and like medium kick DRC. Also, my defense sucks. And then yeah, I'm mainly here for matchup knowledge day. So right now, yeah, I kind of went over my approach in normals. And then I would say my use in spray cans, as you can see in the GIF, I really only use those two setups, strike throw mix up, do 3 damage to bars or just grabbing.
Yeah, that's typically how I use it a lot of time, to be honest.
Mm,
I might have some other setups too that I might throw in there, but yeah, I use
yeah.
this pretty much the same way.
I was curious. I saw you do the EX command grab into the up kick, into double spray can. Why do you do that? I know you can't really do a grab off of that, so I was just curious about that.
Um, it's it sets up the so characters specifically as well that you can't do like you can't it won't punish their DP naturally.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes I do like walk back crouch medium punch to catch a tech. And then even if they
Uh,
block it, I can still go into the same block string that takes off 3 bars of your drive gauge. So I'm just pretty much baiting DP first or a throw, and then just doing the same kind of block string.
okay, cool, cool. Noted, noted. I was like always curious. So yeah, I have no idea how to get out of the corner. In the picture here, I would say at like this exact spacing against Shoto characters, I just get so dizzy. Like Kimberly's, her mediums don't really reach here. Her medium kick can kind of sometimes reach, but Ryu's heavy punch just kind of murders me. I feel like when I'm
Yeah,
around at this range. And then I feel like I definitely force interactions where I like try to, jump over and cross up, but obviously that also leads to DPs. So this is
yeah,
also something I want to hear your thoughts and feelings about when it comes to approaching like getting out of the corner as Kimberly. Obviously, she has super too, but it's risky. Yeah.
So I mean, at least to answer that question real quick. I mean, I could probably go more in depth into it later.
Yeah. Well, in the replays,
Um,
of course.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, yeah. At least from the specific situation you mentioned, it's not the worst thing if you jump over them and you get crosscut DP because you are still out
Hmm.
of the corner at least. So, but yeah, sorry. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. I would say these four characters, yeah, they're the four horsemen of me. I suck against them. Today specifically though, I just have a replay of Guile. I struggle
Okay.
at this distance. I feel like if I walk forward, I just get boomed, and then like, if I go for a low, he has this upside down kick, and then his normals also just kind of outreach mine. So I definitely struggle around this range.
Yeah, they definitely outreach yours. Of the four
Yeah.
matchups you mentioned, Guile is the only. I think Guile is the only explicitly difficult one of the three.
Hmm.
I think she fights Ed, JP, and Dhalsim pretty well. Dhalsim,
Really?
she fights the best of the three. Yeah,
What?
but
This is my
yeah,
first Street
Guile I
Fighter
think is the
game,
worst.
so
Yeah, yeah, Guile I think is just a bad matchup for her though.
okay.
But I think she fights the other three pretty well.
Okay. Specifically though, today we're gonna go over this guy too. Um, Yesterday I was 1770, and then this happened.
Yeah, this is not an easy this is not an easy matchup. Yeah, you got to do quite a bit of late EX Tatsus and
Yeah.
tailor your anti-airs if they're doing demon flip. It's not easy.
Yeah. As you can see also, like I lost at the same Akuma like 6 times in a row, so yeah, we're gonna be looking at one of those, one set between the guy
Okay.
who beat me 6 times. And then just overall, the last one is gonna be with a Ryu player. I feel like I just get kind of cheesed a lot. Like this guy was just doing like sweep and neutral, and then like just we was using a lot of EXDPs out of nowhere, I felt like, and then just using Hashogeki spam in general. So I really want to like find ways to like play around it. Especially, I just get reversaled a lot in general because I do kind of, I guess, spam a tiny bit. Um, but then whenever I feel like I play, like I try to shimmy, I always they don't reversal. So it's like, dude, what am I doing wrong? So, yeah, obviously, we're here in this coaching session. I have a one of my first Street Fighter 6 tournaments I'm ever gonna go to, the 17th of this month. So I'm hoping that, maybe I can not go 0-2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping that's something that'll help, me and you together. Okay? We got this, okay? We got this.
What? What? All right. All right.
And yeah, eventually, yeah, no. This is the dream, okay? This is the dream. Okay. Anyways,
All
yeah,
right.
thank you for listening.
All right.
We got
I
this,
think
right? We
I
got
can help
this?
you.
We got this, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Cool, cool,
I got
cool.
you, man.
Okay, okay.
All right. So I mean, Guile, not an easy one. Again, of the four matches you mentioned, I think this one is just the one that's explicitly difficult.
Mm,
For one, it's hard to navigate his normals. Two, it's hard to navigate the fireball.
yeah.
And he kind of gets in for free. So yeah, like this is a problem, right?
Yeah, yeah, that exact distance, yeah.
Alright.
I just get
So
so dizzy.
with Guile, at least I think this isn't wrong. But typically, like when it comes to Guile, a lot of times you want to like bulldog forward.
Mm,
So reason being is when you sit back at this range, like mid range,
mhm.
roughly, what happens is he tosses a fireball, and you see how I try to jab in between, I can't.
Yeah.
If you walk forward, you're able to interrupt. You're able to stop him from just doing dry rush and getting in for free.
What
So
the
typically, you want
heck?
to walk forward and cover a lot of the space like this, and it makes your life a little bit easier.
Okay. Wait, what the heck? Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is how you kind of stop him from just doing fireball dry rush all day. You walk into
Yeah.
this range. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Alternatively, too, when you're closer, it's gonna be hard for me to get it on spot, but if you perfect parry this,
Yeah.
you get like a stand heavy punch. There we go.
Nice. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I was being stubborn about it, but you know what I mean. If you're close enough, you get stand heavy punch punish counter, so you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of dissuade him from doing booms, or if you're close enough, you can dissuade him from doing drive rush. So
Okay.
that's pretty important.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Typically against Guile, unless I've specifically conditioned him to stop throwing booms first, I won't drive rush because this will happen a lot,
Mm,
especially on like counter hit. He gets like huge combos like this. So
yeah. Wait, so you said
so
don't drive rush, assuming you
uh
didn't condition him to booms.
yeah.
Okay.
That's when like just jumping forward randomly when he doesn't have charge helps a lot because
Mm,
her jump heavy punch is pretty good against him too.
mm,
So this is fine. But Guile, a lot of it is just the ranges you choose to play at that makes your life a little bit easier. It is still a difficult matchup, but you can do some certain things to make your life a little bit easier.
mm. Yeah, you can tell I'm
Yeah.
just kind of getting murdered.
Yeah, I think so the problem with Guile is that you do have to have a defined game plan to beat him. Otherwise you're kind of just swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
Um so in this regard, I think he just took a lot of he took advantage of the idea that a lot of times you did drive rush, whether he intended to or not. I think Guile's natural layer one game plan just deals with things like this very well.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I don't know why I elbowed
I-
there.
probably to try and beat crouch heavy punch maybe, but he had already thrown the boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it does require you as well to like be ready to like whiff punish certain things. You'll have a limited amount of uh leeway to like really punish them for certain things, but
Oh.
you know with punishing, like the thing about it is that Guile is at least decently manageable if you can stop him from throwing booms. So after you do that, is when you have to decide how you want to like deal with his buttons, right? So if he's whiffing buttons like this,
Yeah.
obviously you want to punish it for
Okay.
big damage, or alternatively, stand medium punch is also pretty good here too. Like if you think he's gonna like throw a button,
Hmm.
stand medium punch is pretty good at. It does a decent job at interrupting him. So
Hmm.
like, well, maybe not that, maybe not in that situation, but
I trust
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's normally pretty good, but just not here because of the sonic boom. This is when you would want to just make it whiff, but
Noted.
or press a longer button, I guess. But I believe this is negative too. Yeah, this is
Wait, what?
negative, so you could yeah, you can press a button
Oh,
here. Like
negative
if
-2.
well, it's -1. I was just
Oh,
saying
okay,
it's
okay.
negative at like it's negative as well. But
Oh, I see, I see.
yeah, but you can take your turn back here as well.
Cool.
So don't let them just do dry rush, crouch, medium kick, and get away with it. But yeah, putting him in the corner is good. Yeah, all this is good. Even though your guesses aren't working out, just keeping him in the corner is a good option.
Mm. How did I win this?
I mean, you probably got started on offense somehow, right? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
There we
this is
go.
probably dead. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of a lot of this is just kind of difficult to deal with. Like you kind of just have to make the most of the few opportunities you really get.
Hmm.
Um, Here it just worked out, but
Yeah.
it's not an easy matchup. Again, there's certain things you can do to make your life a little bit easier, but it's definitely not an easy matchup for sure.
Okay.
I do think what you probably could afford to do is maybe test him with some jumps a little bit more.
Mm.
So instead of doing drive rush, maybe testing him with jumps, because the idea is even though the jump may not work out,
Yeah.
it's it's at least enough to dissuade him from carelessly throwing sonic booms, which lets you walk forward more, which forces him to play a bit more of a normal centered game plan. And
Mm.
his normals at least is something you have a better chance of dealing with. So this also I mean this is just a general Kimberly thing, but there's a lot of times where people might jump over you.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
Yeah, so in this situation, I would probably try to react to the throw here, and then if they don't do anything, you're still even if you walk back here, you can probably still anti-air. To be honest with you, like
Yeah. I've been trying to implement that OS into my gameplay, but yeah, I'm just like I'm bad.
yeah, I mean you get used to it. It's just something you
Yeah.
just have to be aware of. But
Yeah. I do go into like training mode and I have like 10 million options on like the wake up thing
yeah,
that like
yeah,
I pray that I can like eventually adapt to over time, but yeah.
it takes some time for sure. It's just
Yeah.
one of those things as well.
Yeah, and then yeah, I just lose.
I think also at least in this situation, I think you don't parry to like build your meter enough either. I mean, it is Guile, so it's kind of hard, but even something as small as just trying to parry this, I'm not sure what
Yeah.
you try to do here. Maybe you tried to jump. Oh, you tried
I
to
I
jab.
tried
I
to
see.
jab, yeah, I tried to check it, but yeah. I blame the online. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So this is just a bad situation to be in, to be honest. But
Yeah, and then that was just kind of like a desperado. Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah. I mean, again, at that point, you're just kind of guessing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you did particularly bad this set. I just think that you might again, at least it's obvious at the start. Maybe altering your strategy a little bit, where like you are walking forward
Yeah.
instead a little bit more, and maybe testing with some jumps. So like
Yeah. No, like
um, ma-
sorry, you go.
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, no, you giving me this game plan is actually so much more huge, because literally, like, at this range, I'm like, do I slide? And then, like, that's all I'm really looking for. Like, so just
Yeah,
knowing that I can now, like, now that I have, like, the idea of, like, bulldogging, as you said earlier, and then I, I do understand the idea of jumping in more now, because I feel like, for me, it's like, oh, you see them crouch, it's like, oh, you're just gonna get flash kicked, but
yeah, but
yeah,
if you see him
yeah,
walking around a little bit more, then it's okay to like jump if he doesn't have charge. Because the
yeah,
worst
yeah,
you
yeah,
take is crouch heavy punch or something, right?
yeah,
So also, of course, slide is also good here too.
yeah,
So just make sure you utilize those things because like the first step a lot of time is like a lot of Guile players, they feel the need to throw Sonic Boom. The better
yeah,
Guile players are really good at playing just a neutral based normals game,
yeah,
but a lot of the layer one Guiles, they tend to stick to just using like Sonic Booms a lot of time is so much so as like a crutch. If you
yeah.
can just stop that, it makes your life a lot easier because then you can play him a little bit more like a normal character afterwards. So,
Okay. This guy
but yeah.
low-key just like outplayed me a lot, but like I feel like I just mainly want like a lot more of pointers of just yeah, ways I can approach this character.
Yeah, nah, it's not easy to be honest. Again with Kuma, I mean it's going great so far. You have him in the corner. Yeah, you have him in the corner so far. This is good. Just keep him there as much as you can. Oh, a little tip here: if you ever hit him out of this, you 9 times out of 10 you can get drive rush heavy punch here. Like if you hit people like here.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, you don't get that. Sorry, but
I know you can do raw EX command grab from there, but that's also hard. Oh, that
yeah.
works too.
Yeah, it works if they're high enough. It doesn't always work out like this though.
Yeah.
So 9 times out of 10, just doing stand heavy punch will get you this.
Okay.
Will get you this juggle. But I mean, if you're feeling it, then yeah. In this specific situation, you probably could have gotten EX command grab, but I
Oh.
wouldn't bank on it. A lot of times you'll just get this, and that's fine too.
Okay.
Um, this you'll remember this eventually, but specifically this happens a lot against Dowsum, specifically his float. So
Really?
that's why I kind of remember this juggle a lot.
Hmm. I feel like I do this juggle against like Bison. They do the stupid thing where they go up. I forgot the move. It's like Shadow
The
Runners. The hold and
it's
put
like
thing.
yeah, I know. It's like
Yeah.
the head stomp
Yeah.
or the devil's reverse or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of this is like I think for you the way in which you approach by moving forward a lot of the time is that you'll move when you're ready to move forward, you'll drive rush.
Hmm.
You don't particularly move forward and just press like a normal for the sake of like poking either or controlling your space. So you'll do that, which is good. I think that's fine. Yeah, all of this is fine. Okay. There is there is another thing that I noticed, but I'll wait to see if I see it again just to make sure. Let's see. Oh, that's good. That's fine. Okay. So I'm sure now. So you don't throw. I know it sounds simple, but yeah, you don't throw either.
Hmm.
I was waiting to see how many interactions you went without throwing someone,
Hmm.
but yeah, you don't throw too often.
Okay.
That is another one. So I don't think this is a Kuba issue per se. For the
Oh.
most part, I think that when you were playing against this person, and I mean, he's not really doing stuff specific to Akuma that's causing you too much issues. I just think that it's a game plan type of thing. Well, not really a game plan, but I think it's just like your offense and how you go about starting it and taking advantage of it. You don't really take advantage of the basic strike throw of this game. And don't worry, it's not just you. Literally the last three coaching sessions I did, I think that every single player did not throw enough, and it's always roughly around this MR range.
No, Shine, I'm so offended.
Yeah, no, it's just roughly around this MR range. Everyone just doesn't throw. Oh well, here we go.
And
All right,
then
well,
you jinxed it. No, I'm kidding.
all right, man. I mean, I did a little bit, yeah, but at least at least up until that specific point, you don't throw too much.
Yeah, no, I definitely at this point noticed he was blocking a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. People will use it in specific situations, like they'll throw in specific situations, and then they'll kind of abandon the idea. But it really should be a regular part of your offense, like the rotation of your offense.
Yeah, I feel like I only think about throwing a lot in the heavy punch run, like frame trap mix up. That's about it. So, yeah.
What do you mean? Do you mean like if you do run stop, or do you mean like after the
Like
kick?
so you do heavy punch run, the frame trap, and then like if you condition them to like block so that they stop stop mashing jab, then you like do a throw instead. You know what I'm talking about?
You, but you mean like the run stop though? You don't mean like the actual command grab part of the
Oh
run,
no no
right?
no no no.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I had a Kimberly player also that would only throw specifically off of stand heavy punch, run stop, jab, and then they would throw. So
I know I could have got a better punish.
yeah, I mean that's fine though. You got him into the corner. Um yeah. So this is the Akuma specific difficult part of it. You just have to be wary of like the demon flip and how close he is when he does it.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing. It requires you to be looking for multiple things. Like it's not easy.
Yeah. I was really hoping I could get level 2 off of that and then yeah, just kill him.
Yeah. Before I look at the last replay, just to show you what I mean a little bit. But I think it would do you some good to like really just abuse her strike throw a little bit more. So I think that one instance you did, at the start of the like third replay I looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like at the third replay I looked at, but like again, you could probably do well with like for one, throwing in a bit more like throws just in general.
Hmm.
Um, whether it be like off of crouch medium kick, off of crouch jab, maybe crouch medium kick into crouch jab. Like you have multiple ways of kind of making your throws work. So like even if
Yeah.
your opponent knows that you're going to throw,
Yeah.
you can still throw them off with like different timings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like especially in the corner too, you can do this a little bit more. Sometimes you can get away with two jabs. Sometimes you can get away with like stand heavy kick and then walk forward throw, like stuff like that, right? Maybe like throw in a drive rush to throw them off, mess with their timing a little bit, stuff
Yeah.
like that you can get away with. So, what that'll do a lot of the time for you too is that it'll allow like frame traps and stuff to work a little bit more. Like
Yeah.
your opponent's gonna start wanting to do backdash on wake up. They're gonna start wanting to do like EXDP. So
Yeah.
that will kind of like open the floor for you to do a lot more damage to your opponent as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Okay. Yeah,
but yeah,
I wish you
but
caught me on a better day. I do normally do like medium kick DRC and then I like doing delay crouch medium kick into another delay one. That normally
oh
always
yeah,
catches people. But yeah, I
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
It'll
know
catch
why I
people
didn't
walking
know.
back or frame
Yeah.
trap. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it at all.
I mean,
That's
these
oh,
these are the replays that you probably lost. So these are probably
yeah.
the ones where the ones
True.
where you won. You're probably doing them.
Yeah.
I think also, what might help you too is sometimes you don't always have to be the one to take the initiative either. Um, so like a lot of times you're kind of like doing something which
Hmm.
lets stuff like this happen. If sometimes if you just wait and let people do certain things, you can find a way to counter them, or you'll be a bit more ready to counter them. Like again, with the replay of the Akuma last time, I noticed you got hit with like crouch medium kick quite a bit.
Mm.
Sometimes if you notice certain things like that, the best thing you can do for yourself is to stop doing the thing that's getting you killed. So like even if you don't specifically have a game plan on how you're going to stop something, sometimes the best immediate thing you can do is to just stop yourself from taking damage in the situations that you're taking damage. So maybe you don't want him to get in for free with crouch medium kick drive rush, right? But in
Yeah.
trying to stop it or do something about it, you keep getting hit. So maybe just try blocking it, just waiting for it and just dealing with the mix up after. And it's a better alternative than just getting hit by it over and over.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think in general it's not like a specifically a defense thing. I think a lot of times you just kind of run into buttons. Or
Yeah.
not really run into buttons, but you kind of just get hit by them. I think in neutral you can afford to just block maybe just a little bit longer, or swing your button a little bit earlier. It's kind of like it's a very like it's a very odd answer because it's a bit more abstract, but
Nah.
this game is like it's a game of timings, right? So like
Yeah.
if you notice that you're getting counter hit, a lot of times you either have to just make the choice of whether with your current timings whether you should press a button earlier, press a faster button, or just not press a button at all.
Okay.
Also you should be able to whiff punish this
Yeah.
too.
No. 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 I
Yeah.
100%. That was
Yeah,
ignore that.
it's a little weird with solar plexus because it's active for so long. Like if you press it too early, you get counter hit. So I definitely understand the hesitation on this, but it is pretty punishable. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it is these small moments that can really define whether you win or lose a match too. So just be mindful.
Yeah. 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 Like this was. I just felt like I was getting cheesed like this whole like segment that you kind of see happening right now.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, this happens. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
So I guess like but this guy like he was playing like this I guess like the entire set that we had. So I guess it's the I
Most Yeah, most reuse at a roughly around 16, 1700 MR will. Like wake up sweep is a little devious.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. What's happening here a lot of time is just a lot of like small missed opportunities. To be honest with you, um,
Yeah.
but I think again, someone like this, you could afford to like this is negative, so you could probably take your turn back, right? Like
Yeah, it's
that's like
you could
minus
do light
six.
kick, right?
Yeah, even more than that, pretty sure because he's doing medium. I feel like no one really does medium,
I'm pretty sure you can
but
only do light kick. It's the donkey kick where you can do a medium.
well, I was only looking at the fact that it was like minus
Oh, oh,
minus six, but
oh.
I guess yeah, I guess for him you'd have to just do light kick. Other characters would get like a six frame here, but um
Yeah, Kimberly's
yeah,
mediums.
most Ryus don't really do medium Hashugeki, so it's
Yeah.
weird that he is, but yeah, this is fine. Yeah, you might be scared of like DP or something, but sometimes you just gotta go for the throw too. Like if I go back and like look at all these kind of interactions, a lot of them probably are gonna be like, you didn't kind of throw in a lot of these, although it doesn't really look like you're getting too much of a chance to get anything started, so I can't see. But
Yeah.
I think another thing that might help you too in general,
Uh-huh.
for one is I think so watching you play just overall, I think you could do well with just waiting for your opponent to do something. So whether it be like an anti-air, like waiting for them to jump and just anti-airing,
Yeah.
or a whiff punish or checking something. I think that's something you might want to practice as some of your reactive tools, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I'm so bad at reacting.
Yeah, I think that's something you can train though, right? Like just being a bit more ready. It's certainly something you can train. I think that will help you a lot because then you have a bit more control over like, some of the people you're running into, like they're just kind of swinging, right?
Yeah.
And if you move forward and swing with them, not understanding their timings and what's going on, you end up running into a lot of things yourself.
Mm,
So this gives you a bit more agency over whether you win or lose your matches, especially against people that whose timings you may not understand yet. So like if I know someone's going to jump, I'm just gonna wait for them to jump and I'm gonna start my offense off of it, right?
yeah.
If I know someone's going to drive rush eventually, I just wait for it and I just try to check it as confidently as I can, like if I know a Kuma player is gonna drive rush at me, I might wait for it, and then I might use that opportunity to start my offense in a safe way. And I think also it stops you from like if someone's just kind of swinging, um, and you don't really understand their timings, it's easy to get counter hit and caught up in that. Sometimes just waiting for them to do something and waiting for them to be, done, just being, crazy or whatever they may be.
Okay.
It makes your life a lot easier. Even just waiting for like a whiff punish, right? Like, let's say they're just whiffing something big a lot of the time. Just being a bit more ready and training these skills and specifically will give you a lot of the edge over the players you're playing against in your current rank, right?
Okay.
Because this is the type of stuff that people aren't really willing to put time into. They're not really willing to put time into um, training their reactions and stuff like that. This is the element that'll kind of put you above a lot of the people currently like that you're running up against.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of running their offense for the most part, right?
Yeah, like, I hate playing ranked, so a lot of the time I am just in training mode, like, labbing setups.
So I think this would have been a little bit hard to check because you got hit first. So, but oh, that's good. Ooh, bro, I love this. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
this is satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, I think this is good, by the way, and I think a lot of time you actually didn't do a lot of this. I would go a step further here, and a lot of times, I think the trap that people fall into, especially like Kimberly players, is the idea that you have to, um, cancel stand heavy punch all the time. I actually think you get a lot of benefit if you don't cancel stand heavy punch, especially when you have them in the corner.
Mm,
Because for one, it's confirmable, right?
mm,
Um, so like let's say you do this, um, and then do heavy punch, right? The thing is that it puts you at such a good range to whiff punish anything. Like let's say he tries to do crouch and medium kick here, right?
mm-hmm.
Like you're already a range where it whiffs and you're ready to punish. So like you can set up really good spacing traps specifically with stand heavy punch.
Mm,
Um, So like if he swings a button here, actually it might be easier. I'm gonna pause this real quick because this is probably a pretty important part.
yeah.
Um,
No, you're fine, you're
but
fine.
um, you can set up a lot of spacing traps specifically with stand heavy punch, and you can do a lot of the same thing mid screen too.
Yeah.
It was one thing I wanted to get to because I think it's a way where you can go about both saving your meter and setting up new ways for you to open up your opponent.
Mm,
Without uh you having to risk the actual interaction. So what I mean is like a lot of times, like let's say you're going for a throw or something, you do risk whether they're gonna do like a backdash or something like that or mash a jab. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But there's a lot of times where you don't actually have to interact and still open people up if you know what their common what their common reaction to certain things are, right? So like
Yeah,
let's
go
say
to.
yeah, so like let's say you do this. Oops. Let's say you do this. He tries to whip a stand medium kick. You see how it's perfectly spaced?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use this a lot of time. Like sometimes people won't actually like do this immediately, but it will make you be ready for it. Like you can expect
Mm,
someone to do this to try and, you know, hit you out of the corner, right?
yeah.
And of course, let's say they don't do anything either. Like, look at his drive gauge.
True.
Like every stand heavy punch you kind of make him block in the corner
Yeah.
really is chipping at his drive gauge. And then of
Yeah.
course if he let's say he jumps forward, right? Let's say he jumps forward after this, you're in a perfect range to anti-air too. So this is kind of how you box people in the corner
Okay.
and make them really like you know make them really scared to do anything because you're kind of shutting off every option he has, you know? Like if he
Yeah.
does jump, you anti-air. Sorry.
I
If he
see
does
that.
jump, you anti-air.
I saw that
Yeah.
one.
I mean, yeah. Even more so, you know, you can get the really nasty anti-airs too. Just before you go, I do want to get to the idea that I think might help you quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because I've had to do certain things like this too. Where like I limit myself in certain ways when I go into matches, and it does help me improve on certain skill sets.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go through drastic measures and I'll play different characters to learn different skill sets. Like right now, I'm playing Sagat to
Mm.
like, you know, increase certain fundamental skills. I can't really practice when I play Kimberly. You know.
And then I get perfect, so maybe you can skip this part. Nah, I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah. Well, we'll see how you got hit the first time, and we'll see if there's anything you could have done about it. Oh my. Okay, whiffing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that'll happen even at the highest levels of play, you know. You can try your best to mitigate it though, of course, but
Yeah. Just double complete like throws.
yeah. So one thing to keep in mind too, while as you play, is like when you make mistakes yourself, you should kind of take in mind that other people will make the same mistakes you do. So like think about the idea that like because you were in the corner, right? You felt the need to like slide, right?
Hmm.
A lot of people will do the same thing where they feel the need to do an action when their back is against the wall because they're a bit more nervous, you know?
Mm.
Um, Remember when I said that like you can get the Akuma player to whiff crouch medium kick or you wait for them to jump, like you box them in the corner?
Yeah.
Um, when you box people in the corner like that, they are more than likely going to take an action to get out of the corner. It's very rare, especially at this MR range, that people actually properly fight their way out of the corner. They're going to jump, they're going to swing to try and get out of the corner, you know? So that's one thing to keep in mind that a lot of times you don't actually have to take your offense in the corner. Sometimes you can just kind of give them that little bit of breathing room to hang themselves. And in this case, like it's you doing slide, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like which is why he neutral jumped here. Kimberly players probably more than likely have hit him with slide at this exact range
Yeah.
in this exact situation, and this is
Yeah. I
probably
got
why he
baited.
neutral jumped. Yeah. So just something to keep in mind how you can also tailor your offense to things that hit you all the time too, or that things that work against you naturally. But
Yeah.
I haven't. I know you said your defense isn't the best. I haven't really noticed anything particularly like bad when it comes to your defensive decisions. I think more so it's how you're getting there in the first place is a little bit more of an issue for you.
Okay.
Like I haven't really noticed anything like you tech too much or you mash buttons too much. It seems to be more so the idea of like how you got hit in the first place and how you got there in the first place. Cause like wait, hold on. With when it comes to Kimberly, like her defense sucks.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly particularly your fault. The best thing you can do to avoid that is to not be in that position in the first place. And a lot of that is making decisions that don't put you in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like this is good. I remember saying earlier that abusing the strike throw is good. You got one throw here, and then you went for a shimmy of some sort. Um, the only maybe critique I would have is that um maybe instead of doing crouch heavy punch, maybe just going for a raw throw here sometimes too. Because again, you don't want it to be telegraphed when you go for your throws. So make sure that like if you are gonna do crouch heavy punch, run, stop, and a throw. Make sure you're just doing regular just throw sometimes too. So like a good moment for that would be after this like slash here. Instead of doing crouch heavy punch, just go straight in a throw. Or
Oh.
um
Oh. Sorry. I was like confused about what we were saying, and now I
yeah,
understand.
just jab and a throw, or maybe even like a crouch medium kick and a throw, something like that, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to just telegraph it every time, like, or leave it off of another like run mix up type situation where they're going to be trying to guess against you anyway.
Yeah.
So I would say before you go, I'll just get to the last little thing that I could probably mention that would help you a lot.
Okay.
Because I think again, your Kimberly, it's not bad at all. Like I think you've been playing pretty good, especially in the replays I watched. I think for you, training your reactive play a little bit more will help you a lot.
Mm,
So how I would go about this, and it doesn't have to be in rank, like you don't have to sacrifice your MR for it, but at least when you play, like let's say in the battle lounge or a custom room against a friend or something, or maybe like a offline local or something or whatever it may be, right? Especially if you're playing a player that's lesser skilled than you, at least you can come up with some ideas where like or not really ideas but some restrictions on yourself. Maybe play some matches where you ban yourself from doing dry rush, you know what I mean?
mm,
Maybe trying that and seeing what answers you come up with. Or playing a match specifically off the idea that I want to land at least an anti-air or land at least like three anti-airs, right? Certain arbitrary challenges like that where you're heavily focused on executing something rather than winning and losing. It's a bit less like goal oriented. It's more
yeah.
so like, or sorry, it's a bit less like results focused and more goal oriented,
Yeah.
where you have the specific thing you're working on
Yeah.
and you want to specifically accomplish that thing that you're working on. So
Yeah.
whether it be you go into a match and you really want to just practice whiff punishing, right?
Hmm.
And that's all you really want to do,
Hmm.
maybe play some matches where you're just kind of like, poking at people and anti-airing,
Yeah.
and not drive rushing and seeing how many of them you can get. You'd be surprised at what you're able to do when you really lock in and focus on that specific thing. Because I think that will help you a lot. Because again, like I think your main issue is just like your reactive gameplay. It's not fully there, and it leads to a lot of instability in your matches.
Yeah.
Because you're forced to, with people that are playing crazy, you're forced to engage with them, which is not always a good thing. So, for example, you can set up some drills and stuff like that where
Yes, give me the drills. I like drills.
you can set Luke to walk around randomly and then jump, right? And you can do this at different recordings. So just make sure that he's just walking around randomly. The key is just to make sure these are all at different timings, but
Mm,
you want to make like at least like a couple recordings of this,
yeah.
right? That's pretty much it. In your case though, I think just throwing a little bit more and focusing a bit more on a reactive game plan a little
Okay.
bit more, like training
Okay.
a bit more of your reactions so you have that tool set. Not to say
Okay.
to change up your entire style. Like I
Yeah,
think you
yeah,
should still
yeah.
do some of the stuff you were doing. Like some of the stuff you were doing is also just really good anyway right now.
Yeah.
But I think training some of your skill set in the other direction might help you a lot. You can start
Okay.
your offense safer. You don't really got to engage with some of these lunatics.
Yeah.
You can just kind of kill them a little bit with a little worrying about it a little bit less.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, yeah, grab more and then I'll look at those drills. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and then yeah,
yep,
I'll probably review this VOD like later too, just to like remember more
yep, just
stuff. Yeah.
yep, just put a little bit more attention into like whiff punishing, anti-airing, checking dry rushes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Punishing people for
Yeah.
making silly mistakes and just
Okay.
kind of playing in a way where you let them make those silly mistakes too. That's
Yep.
the important part. It's important part to just let them make those mistakes as well. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, obviously I'll let you know how I do in 2 weeks, I guess. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yep.
Good luck. Let me know how the games go.
Yep. For sure. See ya.
All right, man.